All right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Devil platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely, lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, share, and I will, and I will, and I will rest therein. You know what? Just to think about what I just said and how I will, and I will, and I will rest therein. No matter what is going on around the world on the four corners, we as individuals who are walking in spirit and truth with the light in our right hand, we're in a form or in a day in which we're going to suffer some things, okay? And we have to find the place of rest. You got to find that place of rest because if you can't find that place of rest, the day in which we're in will be hard for you. Because if you don't have the place of rest present, where you know that you can rest therein, and then these things in which is upon the world are here present in this day and time. We're in that day, which is the dark days, and you're trying to find rest, or you're trying to seek rest, or you're trying to get rest. Now, you got to understand this rest is not the rest in which we define rest when we look up the word rest. Oh, no, that's not it. That's not it. Uh, the rest is spiritual. It's where the spiritual creator, he that is on the throne, he takes you to this place. And only he, to where you can rest therein. Because many things, like this, use me for instance. I sit back and I see everything going on. I behold everything that's going on. And then here I get visits from the creator himself informing me on things that's taking place. And I'm more so like, oh, but Father, it's just like it's everywhere. And is it am I the only one seeing this? But I can show tell you this. I am so grateful for that place of rest. I am so grateful for the place of rest in which the Father has given my spirit. In spite of all the things on the left of me and on the right, in the back of me and in front of me, I still shall rest therein. And that resting place for me is his bosom. Mm, 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 mm. It is his bosom that has been there throughout times. My whole life has been there just so I can rest therein, because he knows that individuals in which he sent down here for a mission, for a journey, okay, a purpose, that if he's going to continue to use them in a mighty way, he's going to not offer, he's going to make sure he create a safe zone, but it's in the spirit realm. It's not a safe zone to where I can take everybody with me to that safe zone. But if I pray for them while in that safe zone, makes a big difference, a big difference. So I still say that finding that rest now and not wait to until you fall into that deep hole And then now you wants to find rest, like the 10 virgins, the five who wanted all but waited to the last minute. So it's pretty much what I'm saying as far as the rest. It is truly a blessing to have a rest space where the Most High Yah suffered you to go therein, and you can just rest there. And that rest is such an awesome rest because it allows your inner man to rest. I mean, your spirit. Okay. And when your spirit rests, your flesh can't help but sit it tail down, sit down and take a break. And I just, like I said, I thank the Most High for that, and how I'm grateful. I'm truly grateful. Today is part 3 of the warning of spirit and truth. And today I was thinking, you guys, it took me 7 hours to clean one room. And you know what I was thinking? Deborah, you're losing it, Deborah. That's what I was thinking. You're losing it. You could have nailed that in an hour. Girl, you remember you used to can nail that thing. 7 hours. I looked up and I say, oh no. And I'm going to tell you, it wasn't 7 hours in lunch, okay, or snack. It was 7 hours. And I'm like, wait a minute. You better do better than this. And it wasn't like the room was dirty. It looks like it looks now. But it's things that I pulled from underneath the bed, and files and important papers I decide to put in a big old tub so I can light a match. I might do that tonight and light a match and burn it up instead of uh, uh, sending it through the shredder. Each piece. I can't see myself doing that. It's too much. I put winter sweaters where they need to be. I got so many things that underneath the bed and in the closet. I cleaned out the closet, the bed, everything. And I'm like, this is what I do every year when I'm switching from summer to going into fall, into winter. So it took me almost 7 hours. It did take me 7 hours. Let me just go and tell it like it is. But that shows me that I am kind of losing my grip. I am losing my grip. So I'm gonna have to. This little old hand gonna have to find out another way of tackling that situation next year. I wrote out a list of how I'm going to um, do each room. Yesterday, I did the whole kitchen walls, the baseboard, uh, shelves, everything, microwave, everything, just cleaning. Took everything out of the kitchen cabinet, wiped it down, and put everything back. And when I have it in here that I'm going to nail this, it ain't no turning back. I'm going to start on the basement tomorrow, which is not that bad, but I'm going to start on the basement tomorrow. And I should not put that many hours into this. Somewhere I'm losing my grip. I'm going to tell you, I know I'm losing my grip. Uh, and I think the basement, and then the the closet up here where I have medicine and so on, different things. You know what? I sit back and I said, I cannot believe that I have all this stuff in this house like this here. Now you would say, Miss Deborah, you ain't got nothing in your house, but so I think it's a mental thing. You see what I'm saying? I think it's a mental thing because if I see any crumb on the floor, oh, I run to get my dustpan and my broom. It's just so it could be a mental thing, but it's a thing that I remember my mom doing it. She used to clean up every season. Every season. Basically, I did the cleaning because I used to like doing it. I guess that's another reason why I also do the cleaning and stuff. The little bit, it's really not cleaning. You always said, sister, you need to stop. What is it that need to be cleaned? I, I find something. Okay. So the topic again is warning, part 3 of spirit and truth. Why I go out like that is because I'm going out like that. I'm gonna do away with constantly trying to bring forth spirit and truth in a way that I have in time past, because even me myself throughout the day I deal with speaking to the most high Yah, and he's speaking to me, and he brought a couple of things to me today, but I was like, okay, it's not there, Father. It's not there. And if I feel that it's not there, it's really not there. And like I said, that was a gift that I had received as a young girl. I could feel things that's not there. My niece, I think I told you all about it. She had a baby. She's supposed to have it in November, and she had it, was it last month, the end of last month? And she had a little girl, and she was a preemie, 1 ounce. Now, I think I spoke to you all about it. I think I did. 3 days ago, her father has passed away a year and a half ago. And I couldn't understand why he was coming to my spirit. And when I said come to my spirit, it wasn't that I saw him or I felt him, but it was something in me that was able to hear something he was saying. And I kept hearing him say something about he was a preemie. He was a premature. And then I heard him say it, that the baby have to go with him, has to go with him. So after I was experiencing that, I said, let me call my sister, one of my older sister, which it is her daughter and her grandbaby. And I told her, was Kelly, that was her husband, was Kelly a preemie? Was he a premature? She said, oh man, I don't know. I don't have no idea. I said, I was wondering. She said, why? Because I said, I can kind of feel him saying something about him being a preemie or premature or something like that, has to do with premature. And I said, and he's saying that the baby has to go with him. Right then, this is the sister that has said to me, she don't like me to speak. She don't like me to speak. One of my oldest sisters. She says that I scare her. All her life, she was afraid when I speak. She says I scare her. She got silent. So I told her, okay, I'll talk to you later. She said, you want to go up to see the baby? I said, yeah, I will. But I want her to get a little stronger. Right now, they have her on the ventilate. What's that when you're on like a life support, where they doing the pumping. And when she passed away last night, okay, she passed away last night. My daughter called me to let me know early this morning and said something about it was some sort of fault of one of the nurses in intensive care. One thing I can say for sure, whatever the fault is, life and death still reside in the Most High Yah hand. And I can just imagine someone trying to pluck the breath out of somebody without the Most High Yah okaying it. So she did pass away early this morning. So I think about the baby and how the way the world is today, you guys. Even when I think of my daughter, who is also pregnant, she was really emotional, talking about when I was just thinking I felt so bad because, because I know I'm pregnant and I'm just, kind of, I said, don't put both of those together. Don't put them together. It can happen to her too, though. Don't get me wrong. But don't go trying to put what happened to my niece with what is going on with you. Can it happen? Yes. But don't get caught up in those, because I'm going to tell you what the young people are today. Their whole lifestyle is built on their emotions and their feelings. And that is what gets in the way of them making righteous choices and decisions. It's because they think they make it, they make decisions and choose things based on their feeling and their emotions, and they make a lot of unrighteous decisions. They think it's, they think it's, they think it's okay to use their feelings and their emotions to dictate or to live in this day and time. And this is where a lot of them is not going to be successful in living. It's because they're using the wrong tools. And it's a deep thing, because people today don't have no idea the power of your spirit that rests therein. And I understand the world continue to tell you about soul, to where you really don't focus on letting your spirit have that proper dominion over your flesh. You just insist on letting your flesh be the ruler. And it's not that they don't come up not knowing, because I know I've taught mine, but it's better for them not to listen to you and find reason not to, so they can go on their little happy way, using their emotions and their feelings. In this day, even with my daughter, I look at it and I really do. I said, what is it one can actually offer? Nothing. So if they come here, it'll be, what is it Yah is using them for? I think that where we're at today, you really don't know, because we are not even taking heed to him. We're not abiding by his will. I mean, not his will, but his spiritual way, his righteous way, his just right way, his upright way. So I don't know why people can't see that if I don't have just in me and righteous, or a way in me that can lead to the Father, in a way that if anything happened, I got him to make it right. You see what I'm saying? No one is into that. No one cares about making anything right in this day and time. Because I was speaking to the Father as I was cleaning up, and I was saying about, it's just, when you say it's over, Father, when you said it to my spirit, I said, I mean, I can salute you all day and night. All day and night, I could salute you, because on that, because it's like, people don't want to hear spirit and truth. They don't want to hear the truth. I can tell you the truth of the matter on that. Nobody wants to hear the truth. The truth is out. Okay. No one wants to hear spirit and truth. No one gives a rat's behind about the light. Why? Because in this day in which was prophesied, they weren't two. They it was it has been prophesied that the people won't endure sound doctrine, okay? And they're going to be looking for teachers that can give them what they desire, and they begin to have itchy ears for those individuals that can give them or cause their ears to be itching. Always itching is a form of, they get so embedded in what that individual is saying. It's just itchy. I got to hear another one. I got to hear another one. I got to hear another one. And not realizing that you're not getting anything. You're soothing your itchy ears. You're not getting anything for your spirit being, nor your flesh. Just the itch. And that is what many people are content with. A lot of people, I have come to understand why it's important to stay to yourself. It's why it's important to be about you in the Most High Yah. Why it was important that Yah save you for Him. Because if you get out here and you start to really teach this thing or to minister this thing to people in a way that's going to keep them or to get them to come to your page, you really don't need them. You know, you really need to make sure Satan is in full understanding that I'm going to be about my Father's business on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and any other place. You see, don't come out of that lane that I created you to have. And that's how important the lane is. If you're going to be on YouTube, stay in the lane where it is spirit and truth. Don't come out the lane to get subscribers and likes, to get someone to come to the page. Don't do it. Because when you finish, you're going to come to the realize that you left the present of your lane, the bosom of the Father, to go over here to give people the food that they itchy ears desire. So it's to the point where, and I'm watching this, I'm watching things go down in a way that it's nothing you could really give a person. You can give them, what I could give them is the world. And most likely, if I can give you the world, I will gain subscribers and likes. But I'm so grateful for He that sits on the throne. I'm so grateful that I don't have to go that low. I am so grateful that I do not have to bend down that low to get subscribers and likes. Why? Because I'm about my Father's business, not about flesh desires. So as I took on that first, let me see which one it is, Second Timothy. In Second Timothy chapter 4, verse 3. Second Timothy chapter 4, verse 3. Yeah, it's almost like it's just either something's coming or something's going. I don't know why. I just feel that way. It's like something's coming or something is going. Something is taking place. I cannot pinpoint it. Second Timothy chapter 4 and verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers. And that's what they do on these devil platforms. They warning those who's going to give them not sound doctrine. And that's what I love about this, is because I'm like saying, but Father, but that's the way I'm taking this in my heart. It's like spirit and truth has fallen away. The light has fallen away. What more can you give them? Don't give them nothing. Just get off and start giving yourself more of what I give you and digesting all of it. Because you can't sit and continue to come forth. And you know that the words are dropping. As you speak, they falling straight to the floor, and you feel this. See, it's not that I feel this in my flesh. I feel this in my spirit. And I'm like saying, I don't care how potent it is. You can discern this stuff. And it's a part of the day in which we are in. And then when I see in here in Second Timothy chapter 4, verse 3, for the time will come. The time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. So when I looked up sound doctrine, it's like a form of the truth, the sound of the doctrine. They're not going to endure the sound of the doctrine. Going back to what I say, spirit and truth. It bothers them in so many ways till they turn from it. Why? They will not endure. Now, what endure mean? They will not. It's painful. It's difficult. They can't stand it. They can't bear it. That's deep, y'all. That's real deep. Something wrong somewhere. If this sister is feeling this, now listen to this. If it says, "For the time will come," and with me, I would even say, "The time shall come." Okay. But let's go up to verse 2, because I'm just looking at it, and I like to go up to verse 2. So in 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 2, preach the word. Do y'all see an S behind that? Do you see an S behind that? No S behind it. So it's talking about the word and not so much of the words. So it says here, preach the word, be instant in season and out of season. Meaning stay balanced, Deborah. Stay in your lane. Keep it balanced. Keep it the way that I have instilled it in you. Keep it level, in season and out of season. Okay? Reprove, rebuke, exalt with all long suffering and doctrine. This is the reason why he says, "I've given you endurance, and long suffering," because you are you speak in spirit and truth with the light in your right hand. You don't need to endure something. It's what you're speaking right now. How you know you can already discern that spirit and truth has fell out and the light has dimmed. Even though you're speaking it, you can still feel the presence of where it stands in this day and time. And it says here in verse 3, "For the time will come when they," wait a minute. So you ain't talking to me. No, not you. "When they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears." They're searching for something else. And the reason why they're searching for something else and can't endure sound doctrine is because they want something else in their ears. They don't want spirit and truth. They don't want the light. They don't want you to direct them to what Yah is saying to them today. They want to stay in the lane where they feel comfortable believing what they hear out of all these voices in the land. Now, if you got 10 people standing in a line and they at a convention and all of them speak, okay, they would follow the 9 before they follow the 1. All of them going to speak, but they would follow the message out of the 9 than the 1, because they're looking for that which satisfied their itchy ears. Teachers that's giving them something for their flesh. That's what itchy ears is, for your flesh. Not understanding that, okay, let me just check and see what's going on all in this world. Don't be afraid to see what that's out here. When I say see what I don't, a lot of people will say, when I don't watch the news and I don't watch television, but you know what, baby, it ain't gonna keep nothing from being what y'all say it's gonna be. So you can cut off your TV, you can cut off your radio, you can cut off all the light in your house for the rest of your life. It ain't gonna stop the will of the Father. The best bet is to be able to see it and tell the Father, everything I'm beholding is what you, Father, you have willed. But when you act as if, oh, it's happening to them, I ain't got nothing to do with it, it's over there, I ain't got nothing to do with you. That's true. You don't have nothing to do with it, but to try to blind yourself from it as if it's not going on. You're just waiting for it to come to your door, because it will. Especially if you think you so special to where nothing can happen to you. Truly, it's them over there. And these people like that also get caught up in all type of messages, all kind of voices in the land feeding them, to the point where they need all these voices, all these different teachers, because their ears are so itchy for what? To hear what the flesh wants them to hear. Itchy ears is letting you know that's a person that's born of the flesh. Itchy ears. You see the S behind ears? That means your natural ears. You just want what you want in your flesh, your fleshly ears. You don't want the spirit of truth that's going to be able to protect you throughout these days. And the more I look at it and I think about it, give or take, I can be one that he comes to get, and I don't even have to be it. Because I feel within myself, I have spoken on this devil platform regarding spirit and truth and the light, regarding who he is, what he stands for. My messages have always been the same, trying to get people to keep their focus on him, not on Sister Deborah, but on the Most High Yah, informing you in things that everybody had missed because they didn't have the Holy Spirit to give you spirit and truth. They didn't have the Holy Spirit to shine the light in the right hand so you could see in the midst of all this darkness. And they still don't today. But yet they have the multitude. And it's okay. They were given the multitude. The Father has given them the multitude. So let them enjoy it. So let's go to 1 Timothy chapter 4. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1 through 2. 1 Timothy chapter 4. Okay. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times, see, there it go. Both of those verses, chapters, 2 Timothy 4 and 3 and 1 Timothy 4 and 1, it's actually letting you know. It's actually letting you know that the Spirit speak expressly that in the latter times, some shall depart from the faith. So I stopped. I said, wait a minute, hold up. Faith is the substance of things unseen, but yet believe. How are they departing? How are they departing? They departing not away from the spiritual faith, but they're departing away from the natural faith, which is the flesh faith. It's not the spiritual. You can't depart from something you cannot see. They're going to depart from the fleshly faith that they have instilled within themselves that they have. They're going to depart from the faith giving heed to seducing spirits. See, these are people who ain't even got the faith. That's why I tell y'all, you have to understand who is Yah and separate him from flesh. He's spirit, they're flesh. Now this flesh has a faith, okay, and they depart, and he said it. Let's read it again. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. See, that's where they faith rests in. They flesh. Now you know they didn't have the real faith, but they turned even from their little faith that they had within themselves. You see, it wasn't worth the dime. It took heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devil. Verse 2, speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. That's a flesh. That's someone who's born in the flesh. But it tells you about what? In the latter times. And a lot of times people will go that route before they go any other route. And that's why the gate is so broad. That's why it's enlarging. The gate is definitely enlarging. The gate, not the hell, the lake of fire. That's what I considered the lake of hell is the lake of fire, and he has enlarged it himself. Okay. So there it is. It's letting you know in the latter times. So this here, when I was coming on live, I was like, I don't even want to even give what I really had all wrote down, because it's getting very discouraging. And the Father says that time we're in, it's where we're at. It's that day. It's that darkness. That's what it is. It's that darkness. And that's it. He said it's not going to remain like that. It's going to get worse. It's not going to get better, Deborah. It's going to get worse. Now I'm gonna open up the live chat for anyone. If you have any questions, or if you have any answers to any questions that can be put forth or brought forth, I'm gonna open up the live chat for anybody whoever who do have maybe a question. Yeah, they want something for their flesh and very content, and it's just like that's just it. That's what it's all about. So again, I'm going to and it's very it's like saying, "Oh, Father, so but you know everything, though, Father. You know who's who. You know what's what." So if you have any questions, let's or a topic that you would like for us to cover, we can get busy. Okay. Anybody got a topic or a question? Let us bring it forth. Hello, everybody in the live chat. All praise and honor to the Most High Yah. Hallelujah. That's what I'm talking about. Pray for the body of Hamashiach. Shalom and shalom. Okay. You know what? I don't know if it was Jeremiah, Ezekiel, or Isaiah. I believe all three of them got murdered, and they were prophets. I don't know why they got this heart here, so you can't. Yeah, some still want food for the spirit. Oh, yes, that is true. I agree with you. I really do. Anybody? No one has a question or an answer? I'll give it a minute. In Psalms 139, David was saying this. And when David, me just knowing he said this, listen to what David says in Psalms 139, verse 1 and 2. Oh, Yah, thou hast searched me and know me. Verse 2. Thou knowest my down sitting and my uprising. Thou understand my thought afar off. That's the sort of Most High Yah I have come to know. Is that which David just spoke, that which I just spoke of what David says. David in Psalms 139. Yah, thou hast searched me and know me. Thou knoweth my down sitting and my uprising. Thou understand my thoughts afar off. That is so 100. That is really, really nice. That is so true. That is so true. I'm gonna write that down, because I'm gonna say that. Um, even in my prayer, because I can feel that. That's Psalms 139, 1 and 2. Yes. Giving y'all all glory and honor. I know that's right. You know our thoughts are far off. Mm. The down sitting and my uprising. Okay. All righty. No one has any questions or have any answers? Yes. Psalms 139, 1 and 2. I like that. But I was speaking to you all about children being born in this day and time. We know that life and death is in the right hand of the Father. We do know that. But I just think of um, just bringing the kids in this day and time. They have, I don't know if you all know that they have added to the shots that they have to have. Uh, and they constantly adding shots to your babies uh, even before they go to school. So I'm just thinking all those parents when I see school, is in and all the things that the parents has to prepare for. And I think about when I had 6 children and I had to prepare every year uh, to start school and to look forward to them going to school and so on. And to see today as today is and was spoken of, uh, it's not very much you can really look forward to. You can hope that I think the only thing I'm gonna be honest with y'all, only thing I think is the closest thing any parent should be wanting is to learn of the Most High Yah. That's just it. That's the only thing that's going to be able to allow you to raise your children and bring them up. Uh, but I think even then, you still have to have that knitted relationship with the Most High Yah for real. Because what they doing to these kids nowadays, you got they'll lock you up if you don't give them kids them shots. I'm just showing you that's how bad it's going to be. Not bad. Let me stop saying it's going to be. It is. No, I don't know. No, I can't say that. I can't say that because it is said a child is born of a few days. Let's pull that up. Somebody can pull that up. A child is born of a few days. Who can pull that up? And let's see. Let's talk about that. And my phone don't want to. In the King James Bible, a child is born of a few days. Okay. Okay, you guys. Let's go to Job. Job 14 and verse 1. Job 14 and verse 1. Exactly. That's exactly that. And you're exactly about Genesis 3 and 14. That's the key. That's the key. But another key is also in Revelation chapter 20. And maybe y'all can, I don't know for sure, but Revelation chapter 20, we're going to cover it. Now, this one here is Job chapter 14. Let's see what this is. Job chapter 14. But see, that's a lot of that's going back to spirit and truth. That what you said, yes, in Genesis 3:15, because it's showing you at the beginning he gave us he gave us a warning, you know, that Satan gonna have his seed and there's gonna be spiritual seed. Okay, was it true? Yeah, because when the Messiah came, he gave the parables of the sower who sowed the seeds. Who was the sower? The Father in the kingdom. He sowed the seeds. And all four locations, only one location produce from soil. The other ones would never produce. So it was showing you seeds. Now, what did it out of the four? What were the three sown? Where were they sown in? At? Anybody know? Where the sower of this, the sower who sowed the seeds? He sowed one on thorns. He sowed one on rocks. He sowed one on pavement, I think, to where the sun came and scorched it up. So how did those seeds produce? They didn't. So what did he sow those seeds? In the broad gate. So it was only one seed sown. This is a parable, y'all. This is one seed that was sown in soil. So you had four going into the broad gate and one seed going into the narrow. Okay. But who sowed the seeds? Going back to Genesis chapter 3 and 15. Okay. Now, when we get to Job, what was we at? Job 14? That was Job 14, right? And what? Job 14. Listen to this. In Job 14, it is said, a man that is born of a woman is of a few days and full of trouble. And full of trouble. Job chapter 14 and verse 1. A man that is born of a woman is of a few days, 2 days, and full of trouble. How could a newborn be full of trouble? You see what I'm saying? See, that's how a lot of the Christians, the Catholics, and all these other, they teach it out of the order of the power. See, if we would teach everything in the order of the power, we would have gotten it right. I wanted to say that to you. Yes, you're born in trouble. Exactly. You're not born, you're born into a world of sin. But it takes 2 days before you're already loaded with trouble. Okay, so in Genesis chapter 3 and verse 15, he tells the serpent that you're going to have your seeds and I'm going to have my seeds, spiritual seeds and the serpent seed. Okay, and so when we get to Yeshua, he did a lot of parables explaining to people about seeds, and he always seemed to give you the whole overall, that the seed that's greater, that's going through the broad gate, and the seed that's only lesser is going through the narrow gate. So even him saying there was one sower who sowed seeds. 3 places he sowed seeds that they didn't produce. Only one place, which was in the soil, that it did produce. That's also giving you a grip of the kingdom and how Yah, the creator, had created individuals on the earth. Okay, so when you get to Job, and Job chapter 14 and verse 1, it says, a man that is born of a woman is a few days and full of trouble. Verse 2, he come forth like a flower and is cut down. He flee also as the shadow and continue not. See, that's giving you that, that's showing you right there. So when you get to, watch this here, Revelation chapter 20, when you get to Revelation chapter 20, you hear this at verse 12. You get here and you hear Revelation chapter 20 And verse 12, John is giving us what he saw. And verse 12 said, I saw the dead, small and great. What do you think? You all tell me, what do you think? Give me your answer. And I mean, give me your sincere answer of when you hear this. What is it meaning? Small and great. Now he's in the kingdom now. He's in the kingdom, seeing in the vision. Revelation chapter 20 and verse 12. What do you think he means when he says, and I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the throne? What do you think that small and great mean? Anybody? Young and old. Now, that's what I would think. Children and adults. Now, that's what I would think. But could it mean something else that we just not getting it? Because now they're at the throne. It's nowhere, it's no way it's going to say as small, meaning little bitty, thin, someone skinny and someone fat, or someone tall and someone short. I don't think that matter when you at the throne of Yah. But when it says the dead shall, the dead, I saw the dead, small and great. I believe it's talking about from young and old, meaning babies to adults. I really do. Now, let me show you something. Okay, now, Judah, Peter, with his nosy self, he wanted to, less is mean rich and poor. Small and great. I don't think heaven's going to be caring about if you're rich or poor. Okay, as if you were a ruler or but when it says rich or poor, it's showing a size. Small is a size. Okay. It's not about flesh. Okay. But it's saying small. Could that small and great? How could you put those two together? Okay. Let me get to this one here. Anybody else? There's something in my eye. Okay. Right. When you said prospective person, that's what I'm thinking. It ain't talking about a special a person that has something and one that has not. Because he could have easily said rich and poor, like he did where he says Revelation chapter 13. Let's go there. In Revelation chapter 13, he was talking about those who received. See if you all can search that one. You know, in Revelation, he was talking about the beast was given the sign causing everyone to receive the mark. If somebody, can you grab that one while I grab this other one, please? It's in Revelation chapter 13, where he was talking about the mark. Did not he speak of it in what form? The rich and the poor, or the, let's see what he was speaking of then. See if you can pull that one up. That's in Revelation 13. What is the verse? I'm trying to get this one here. I always thought that this was so important for every human being to catch, because it's a key to it. This one here that I'm trying to pull up in Matthew's, it's a key to this one. And see, I got my other Bible where, you know how you got one Bible, you know how to go to exactly everything highlighted. And this here Bible, it didn't have. Okay, what verse was it? No one got the verse? Okay, 26 and 24. This. Okay, I'm gonna start with this one here. This. Okay, here we go. In Matthew's 26, and let's start with 23. Matthew's 26 and verse 23 and 24. And here you're going to learn how heavens has already orchestrated all things, going back to spirit and truth. These are the things that the what you call these church built with bricks, pretending they represent the body of Christ and the church of the Most High Yah. This is what they should have been teaching people, you guys. I know you all might not understand this, but they should have always been they should have always taught spirit and truth, the light. And here we are in the year 2024, and nobody has no understanding of spirit and truth nor the light. Now listen to here. Matthew chapter 26 and verse 23. And he answered and said, okay, he that dipped his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me. So we know who dipped their hand in the dish. And the Most High is saying something here. Listen to this. He said, he that dipped his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me. Now, this is for you all to put in your backpack. This here is for you to put in your backpack, because this also line up what Sister Deborah have been saying since she's been on here. Verse 24. The Son of Man goeth as it is written of him. But woe unto that man whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It had been good for that man if he had not been born. So what he's saying is, would have been better for him to not even be born, because see, his mission was to be born and to betray Yeshua. Okay, and Yeshua is saying it would have been better had he not. It would have been better had he not. It would have been better had he not been born. Once you are born, your purpose, it's already sealed. Why? Anybody in the live chat, why is it that your purpose is already sealed? And this is where you see in Job, a child is born of a woman, and 2 days and full of trouble. 2 days, a baby. 2 days. Why is it when you are born, okay, that you are locked in as a purpose on the earth? Why? And Yeshua gave us a clear understanding that if heavens brought you forth on the earth, your purpose came down with you. Because if Judas, the betrayer, had never been born, Yeshua said it would have been better for him had he never been born. Because all of us are angels, y'all. We came from the kingdom. No matter which angel you are, we all came from the kingdom. Okay? So he came down to betray Yeshua. Okay? And Yeshua is telling you and I, it would have been better, Deborah, had not he even been born. Because he wouldn't have the purpose, the destiny in which he had to betray him. Okay? So that shows you that once you are born, why? Why? Anybody know why? Right? It's written from the kingdom. Yeah. But why? Why is it that a child is born of a few days and full of trouble? What is it about being born versus what Yeshua said it would have been better for him had he not been born? You want me to tell y'all? Okay, let me see somebody else. He gave you Job. Did I just read Job? What did I read? Was it Job 4 during the abomination and the last 4 years? If you know what I mean, the serpent seed. No, I don't get that one there, Job. Let me go back to Job 4. Job 13 and 4. Job 13 and 4. Okay. Yeah, these are serpent seeds, definitely, no doubt. That's exactly. So what the reason why, and that's going back to what I was telling you about how heavens has orchestrated everything. See, a lot of people think when a child is in a mother's womb, he has life. You see, he cannot share the life of the mother and have life as well. You get what I'm saying? So a child is in the mother's womb for a purpose. Okay. Because with me, what's really powerful for me is for him to a child could be in her womb and he's using the bathroom. But yet she's able to carry him 9 months in her womb. So this shows you how the kingdom, he that sits on the throne, has orchestrated how a human body is created by him. That's why I cannot accept other gods. It's because it's no God on this earth and no above the space that can create what my Yah creates and have created from the inside out, the outside in. No one. So that's why I can't agree with all these different gods they said we have. And the one thing I notice about the guys that all of them have, they don't have the power. So this is the thing. A child is in a woman's womb using life of a woman. Okay. That child cannot have its own life. It's in liquid. Okay. It's in waste. Even though we know that it cleans itself, it cleans out. I'm just showing you how the power of the Father on the throne has orchestrated a child to be carried in a woman's womb and fully developed in 9 months. It that just don't even seem possible. But it just knowing who he is, that right hand power, let me tell you, he can do that. But when that child is out, soon as that child is born, only one thing the doctors, the nurse, and everybody is looking for. They don't care about nothing but one thing, that child take its own breath. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't understand a child that does not take that breath of life is not a child that is born. Okay. That's not a child that is living. Okay. Everything it's living on is what's in the woman. Okay. And what the woman has. That's what it's living on. Anything that's pumping, anything that's functioning, it's functioning where Yah created it to function in a woman's womb. But when that child comes out of a mother's womb, the doctors don't want to know if your heart pumping or if your this pump. They want to know if you got that breath. They don't go hooking you up to a heart monitor to see if your heart is still pumping or is your blood flowing. They want to see and hear the breath. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. A child has not life, or it is not living until they have had the breath of life. Because what comes with the breath of life is what no other church, no temple, no synagogue, no priest, no bishop, no evangelist, no Maureen, no one would teach the people the power. And the power of life is the breath of Yah's breath that carries in a spirit, your own personal spirit. That's Yah's image. He's not going to give you his image without his breath. And you're not going to get the breath without his image. That's how he give you a spirit, is through his breath. You see what I'm saying? So this child, it's not that child that everybody's so quick to say, oh, it's real life in a woman's womb. No, he's living from her life. Once he is born, now he or she lives on their life. So in Job, he comes up and he said, a child is born of a few days and full of trouble. Why? Because now this child has a destiny. You see? And destiny. It has the breath of the Father, and it has an image like unto the Father, which is a spirit. Now it has the breath and the spirit to give it life so it can live. You can't live until you have the life. And that is not man, woman, doctor, nurse choice. They can whoop that baby from the back end, turn them up, and do whatever they want. But until y'all say and usher them the breath that carries in the spirit, they are without. So that's why it's important for us to understand the breath of life that comes with the image of Yah, which is a spirit. He gives us a spirit. That's what comes into the child. The child don't have a spirit when he in his mother. A child don't have his own breath when he in his mother. Everything he's functioning is functioning off the mother. And this is another thing that I was saying. Many people don't look at it, of the severity of a woman bearing a child and bringing it forth. Because when it left the man and it entered the woman, you see, there was like man, woman, Bam, bring forth, and then Yah got him on the tail end with the breath of life and the spirit blown into him or her. You said the parents were no good. Who was that? Now, see this, you know that, you said the parents were no good. I don't know where that's coming from. When they're choked out of breath, it's leaving their body. And see, this is where we don't. It's the full form of, we tend to and I guess we don't do it intentionally, but we have throughout time, even to today. See, we're in the year of 2024. We still can't see the power of who the creator is versus the power of who the flesh of human beings are. We really have given them all power to be able to do the things that they're doing, and say that they are the beginning and the end to life itself, not understanding the breath of life is spiritual. It's not something someone can take from you. It's not something someone can give you. It has to, yeah, when the breath of life, when you're dealing with the breath of life, let's say somebody come in here and they choke Sister Deborah. Only one that's going to release that breath of life is he that gave the life to Deborah. See, no one can come pluck nobody out of his hand. And that's why I say it goes right back to not understanding spirit and truth and the light. Because even though people die, people get killed, people get murdered, people die of disease or heart attack, you got to also bring it all back to the center of who holds life, period. You see what I'm saying? And if he holds life and he said, Death, go bring me life. Death is not going to stand there and say, oh, no, she in the hospital. Oh, she on YouTube. Oh, she in the bathroom. Oh, she on the airplane. No, no, no. Bring me life. Death is not going to second guess or question the Father when he sent him to snatch the breath. Death going to snatch the breath and bring it and present it back to the Father. Okay. So if it could be, because if you have to understand, this is why it lets you know that it didn't bother him that the Son of Man had to go to the cross. People don't understand that. And it didn't bother him that they beat him. It didn't bother him that they did this and they did this and did it. No, no, it wasn't. Yeah, look, we all gonna come and go. The worst death I think that has hit the earth ever was that which was on the cross, being 100% righteous and die as if you was 100% unrighteous to the world. But to Yah, you was 100% righteous. But to the world, you was 100% unrighteous. Even those that you came to, your own people that you came to the earth for and with, through. They did you really wrong. But he had to do what Yah had assigned him according to the will. So a lot of times that was my thing yesterday. Do anybody ever think that when people or things are happening to people, the first thing who the first one you think they turn to? I don't think a lot of people. I think a lot of people turn to their mother, but I believe they turn to the Father in the heavens first and foremost. I really do. I know that's what I would do. But does it deliver them? Do Yah come and intervene? You see, you can't mess with death. Death is still the same one who give you life. He owns death. So whatever way we go out, we can't say, oh, it's all righteous. He owns death or this. No, 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 no. It's not important to how you go, but that you got to go. Because look at Yeshua. He ain't never did nothing wrong. He came and did it straight from the beginning to the end, perfect. But look, he still had to die. You see? And then you turn around and you get the 12 disciples, same way. You get all the prophets, just about, same way. They ain't done nothing to nobody, but did the will of the Father. But they end up getting murdered. So to when we look at this creator, we're looking at him as if he got to make it make sense. No, he don't. He don't have to make it make sense to none of us. We don't understand the power that he has within to give life and to take life. He already told us we're born into the world and we're born to die. You know what I'm saying? We're born to die. That's one thing all of us are going to experience: life and death. Oh yeah, I think of that too. But I said the same thing about the children born to. But you know what? Let's say, for instance, there's a house where children are born to drug addicts and alcoholic parents. Okay. Okay. What about a house where also children are being molested at a very, very, very young age, and the parents are not drug addicts and they're not alcoholics? Matter of fact, the parents attend church. Most of them will tell you the story. A lot of them will tell you they used the church to cover up what they were doing. Okay, you said that was Job 13 and what? Job 13 and 4. Let's see here. In the chapter of Job 13 and verse 4, it reads, let's go to verse 3. Surely I would speak to the Almighty and declare to reason with Yah. But ye are, what's that? Forgers of lies. Ye are all physical of no value. Verse 5. Oh, that ye would together hold peace, and it shall be your wisdom. Peace, being hold your peace, and it shall be your wisdom. So in 4, this is Job. I think he's speaking to I don't know, is this Job saying this, or is it his Job critics he's speaking this to? And I no value of lies. Ye are all physicals of no value. Physicians of no value. I don't know if that's what he's saying. I know they liars. I do know that. Yeah. And I don't know if you know this. It's not. It's not even the reason why they doing it now. That's how bad it is. You are so right. It's not even the reason now why they doing it. None whatsoever. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Another place that you don't want to have to go, and that is in the jails. You don't want to be locked up because they're allowing everything to happen to you in there. You see? Now, like when he did this to his kids, he ain't gonna stand a chance where he going. You see, because in jail, they used to do it when I was working. So I know when I used to work there. So I know that how they are today. They ain't playing. These men in them prisons, they ain't playing. They say, I ain't got no time to get out. I ain't got no time, none whatsoever. You in here for what? You did what? Oh man. But when I was working in the prison, they said you can come in there for whatever you want. Don't come in there doing something to a woman or a child. That's just it. That's just it. I mean, the prisoners, they don't care what. Don't come to us. Don't come talking about you being locked up because you did something to some woman or you did something to some child. They just didn't go for it, child. None of them. They just didn't go for it. So now it's even worse because that was about 30 years I used to work there, 30 years ago. But now, oh man, it's so bad, y'all. And the warden and the guards, all of them in on it. And all these people trying to figure out how they people are dying in the prison. It's no need in you figuring out nothing. They letting them do it. They letting them. I never. The worstest one was this Mexican guy. He got locked up. This was about 6 years. I don't know if y'all heard of it. He got locked up because he raped his daughter. They tore him up so bad. I mean, they ripped his whole rear end out. I kid you not. Let me tell you, that man was in the hospital for so long. They ripped his rectum out. That's how messed up they messed him up so bad. And then they stuck stuff to rip it out. Mm-hmm. All because of what he did to that little baby. Now, it's worse than that now. Oh, it's worse than that now. So I suggest anybody, even if you have sons and any, don't go to no prison because you can be big, bad, and tough and a gang member on the outside, but on the inside, they're going to flip the script on your tail. That's a known fact. And from what I'm hearing, it's worse than now. But yeah, that was a Mexican guy, boy. And when I heard that, I mean, y'all might not have thought this, but you know what? When he did that to his child, I thought that was horrible what he did. But I thought what they did to him was even greater. It was like 100 times worse than what he did. But the pain, oh my God. All I could think about, ooh, they messed him up so bad, child. They first they raped him, but they messed him up. They messed him up so bad. His whole rectum out. Mm-hmm. I don't even know if he even lived. He was in the hospital for so long. Mm-hmm. Nice looking man. So that's another place that in this day and time, no one wants to enter therein. You don't want to go in that direction, but you can't tell these people anything. You know what else I noticed, you guys? I see a lot of our Black people out on the streets, homeless, out on the streets. And they doing a lot of allowing you to know that they are out there. It's almost like they want you to battle against the immigrants and what they're doing for them. This is how this country is setting things up. I give it to you all tomorrow, my other YouTube page, because when they get to searching those other the last 5 videos I upload, without a doubt they probably gonna take me off this page for real. And this is where I know when I can give a message, I know that the darkness is not going to accept it. And the sad part, no, I can say the sad this time, is that many of you I'm speaking to don't have a clue of how powerful the information is. You see? So therefore, if they see that it's something to where they're going to take it down, why wouldn't you see it to be anything? You see? So that's another thing the Father was showing me, because I was like, I put up the last 5, but it's 3 of them I know they're going to take down. Because I said a lot about a lot of stuff. And it's stuff that they are doing and trying to. It's okay. It's okay for people to be deceived. It's okay for people to be deceived. Yep. It's okay for them to be deceived, because y'all said it those that are being deceived need someone to deceive them. And those who are deceiving them need them to be deceived, so they'll know they got somebody. See, that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's just like these people out here murdering. They need somebody they can murder. That's what the dark days is. That's what this day, in this day, all this stuff going on. They gonna get some to do what they got to do. We are in the day of evil. He created evil for the day of evil. So therefore, can they be evil? And it's nothing they can be evil toward? No, he got to make sure they got somebody to be evil toward. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, go on, keep on playing, thinking, you safe on all sides and on corner. And then you don't know y'all. Y'all don't know you. He's not living in you. You see? Hey, you playing a dangerous game, a dangerous one. Because these days, he said he created the evil for the day of evil. So therefore, don't you know, if he created it, didn't he create them to be able to have the ability to be as evil as they want to be? Now, how do you like me now? That's how powerful he is. That's why I said, I don't know why they don't fear you. But he said they can't fear me. I got the gift of fear. It's a brand. They ain't gonna fear me. They'll fear everything on the earth before they fear me. Because I ain't give them the spirit of fear. I ain't not the spirit of fear. I didn't give them the gift of fear. It's a brand. Before you come down there, he gives it to you. So they don't care nothing about him or what he doing or what he can do, you know. And like we were talking about children being born to alcoholics and drugs, molestation. I mean, it's so much stuff kids were born to. It is off the chain. Off the chain. And you know what, y'all? It's so sad to me. Let me share this with y'all. I was talking to myself in the kitchen, and I thought about my daughter, my oldest daughter, and I think that she believes, I ain't gonna say I think it, I can feel that she can make something out of nothing. You can't. You can't make someone be your fantasy. Okay? But the first thing you have to do is work with you. I would work with you. I say this to you all. Work with you from the inside, not from the outside. The outside is where you go and trying to, oh, let me wrap my hair now. Oh, let me stop wearing makeup. Let me stop wearing makeup. Oh, let me wear these type of clothes. Let me look from the outside. And this is what you see in the world today. Everybody are busy on the outside, trying to make the outside pleasing to the flesh, not even focusing on the fact that there's greater issues on the inside than on the outside. But what people think, they say, if I could fix the outside, I'll be right, or I'll be all good. I'll be good. No, you won't. You'll never be good fixing the outside. It's when you fix the inner man, because the inner man taints the outer man. But what the world and everybody seem to think, even a woman, she thinking if I get a bigger butt, this will cause more men to look. Yes, it's going to cause more of them to look. Okay? If that's all you feel your life, your living is worth, someone looking at something that don't belong to you. And even if it do belong to you, I would never want a life where someone's looking at me for my rear end. Look at me for what's up in here. Okay? Look at me for what's in here. Because our culture of men believes on looking at something from the rear end to measure their desires. But so everything, and our women go and we get all this stuff from the outside to make us look a certain way for someone else to look at us a certain way. You see? But if you can't take all that away and be looked at as you are, then you got some real issues adding stuff to you, thinking it's going to get somebody to look at you, because that's a person that's dealing with wicked, all kind of wicked darkness. And this is the issue that's in the world. Everybody is trying to measure the outer man versus the inner man. And this is why you can't get people to really listen or take heed. It's because their way of taking heed is, what is it from the outside? I'd rather listen to the message that's going to soothe my flesh and give me the itchy ears I'm desiring, than to give something that's going to work with me from the inside. And then work while it's working for me on the inside, it'll help me work with what who I am on the outside. And a lot of people thinking this, oh, I got to look the role, I got to act the role, I got to play the role. But the role that you're playing is being born, is a role of an individual who are born of the flesh, because they work only on the flesh and not on the spirit being. You see? So a lot of what they doing in this day and time. And I said, like I was thinking about my daughter while I was in the kitchen. I want to call her and ask her, but I said, no, I ain't gonna get into that. She knows that I'm here, and the only thing about it, they don't like the idea of how I'm gonna tell them the truth. That's why I said truth is one of the powerfulest thing on the face of the earth. Righteous and truth. Nobody wants it. They want you to smooth it and keep it, keep it away from my emotions, keep it away from my feelings. Oh, my mindset, my personal opinion. They want you to keep all of that away. Just give me what I need to hear. Give me what I want to hear to make me feel better. You see, not understanding it's just a temporary fix. You're gonna come right back and do the same and feel the same or even worse. Like you said, they're bringing in more demons, and it's gonna be worse than the first time. It's a known fact. It's a known fact. So I was just thinking today when I was in there, I was like, you cannot, you can, the individual she's with, you cannot change this individual preference, okay? And you cannot have a baby thinking it's going to change this person because I'm having a baby and he's subject to change and want to be married or want to be with me. You see what I'm saying? That's the worst thing you can do. The worst thing. The worst of the worst thing. You know how many of these children out here without a father? It's just you can't get them that way. So you have to really work. Y'all, it takes a lot of working with self and starting from the inner. And I advise anybody to work on you from the inside out. Not so much as on the outside to get something. Work with you from the inside. And the inside is spiritual, you guys. A lot of people think, oh, I'm going to work with myself. I'm going to do yoga. I'm going to do meditation. None of that is going to help you, baby. I don't give a rat's behind what nobody say. That stuff can't help the spirit man. None of it can help the spirit man. I know they telling people to do this, going to a retreat where you get to your mind and see. No, 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 no. All of those are wicked and evil. Wicked and evil. Wicked and evil. You know, else I saw um, they want to say the monkeypox came from Africa, but I did seen a couple of cases of Europeans, and I'm like saying, well, why are they trying to make it look like it's amongst melanated people? And I've seen two cases on YouTube where it shows European. But see, they don't want to do that. I ain't gonna even get into that because the more and more I think about the things that the world has done and is doing, it just makes me, just like he said, get in your lane. Just make me say, Deborah, get your butt in your lane. Make me talk to myself like that, because it's just ways that we have before us. It's ways that you're not going to be able to change. You're not going to be able to preach it and teach it out of them. You're not going to be able to pray it out of them. It's just ways that's going to continue with the judgment of the Most High Yah and the fire that's trying the judgment here on the earth. That's just it. You sitting back waiting for it to, it ain't going to get no better. And he didn't say it would. I like that. You was able to clamp that one. That was good. That was really good. You clamped it because you know what? When I wrote that out, it did something to me because it showed me what he'd been telling me all the time. And it's just amazing that you caught it. Let us discuss what you said yesterday. Everything is not coming to set you up. It is coming to set you down. And if you really want me to get into it, I'm going to let you know, even death. It's not, see, what they would try to get you to think about prospering and having this and having that and having this. But let me tell y'all, it's nothing greater than having the Holy Spirit, and that he will give you the peace that passes all understanding in spite of what's going on in the world. So to know that things is not coming to set you up, it's coming to set you down, then you can prepare yourself to the fact that, just because I'm feeling this, y'all ain't gonna change it. He ain't gonna change anything. Do you know how many people lost their lives today? He didn't come to stop their lives. The breath, the death come to snatch the breath out of them. No matter what it took for them to pass away, it didn't stop Yah from sending death for his breath. You see? So a lot of times what we're doing, we're thinking everything is being set up for us. A lot of us saying, okay, we getting set up because we getting ready to get out of here and go to the promised land. I think you need to understand it's coming to set you up. It's everything is not coming to set you up. It's coming to set you down. See, when you get to set down, it causes you to think and to focus on really what's going on. But if you keep thinking everything is set up, it's coming to make sure you this, ooh, you get to the promised land, you this and you did. No, no, no. The judgment is on earth. It's coming to set your tail down for a minute so you can recognize who he is in the midst of the famine, in the midst of the earthquake, in the midst of the tsunami, in the midst of all this chaos in this world, in the midst of all this murdering and all this murdering and all this these wicked and evil ways on the earth. You got to understand, but see, they're not seeing it like that. They're looking at tomorrow's going to be a better day. Everything is coming to set me up right. So I can get this, I can get this, and I can have this, I can be this, I can talk like this, I can walk like this, and I can, just all kind of things to where they're not looking at it. No, baby, it's coming to set you down. It's coming to set you down. And I tell you what, I like that seat you got because I can show you around by now. I need to be set down just so I can see the power of my Father. Take it from here. But sitting down so I can see it, and not trying to bring stuff forward to people so they can have people to think that, oh, it's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow, and it's going to be like this. It's going to be, even though people would love that, they would love that. That's what it was saying in what's that? First Timothy chapter 4:1 and through chapter 4 verse 1 to 2, I believe it was said that they are really thinking that the mindset is that they really thinking that everything's going to be peachy keen tomorrow. You see, and they don't care about what is going on in the world. They won't sit down to see. Wait a minute, let me take a good look. Let me have a seat now. Ooh, let me take a seat and see what's going on. Sit down. Don't always want to be reared up, be hyped up as everything is just going so good. And this. See the reality of what Yah is allowing to happen. That's how you can feel him. When you feel his power, you can feel him. But long as you thinking he's coming to set you up and not to set you down, you're living a false reality, a very false reality. Accept the truth. There you go. You just got it. Accept it. And when you start to accept it, y'all say also you're going to accept the way my will is, and you accept that, hey, it's nothing you can do to change what I already are. Okay, I got you. I got you in the front, the back, and every side. I got you. Because that's one of the problems. Did you know also when you accept him like that, that's a form of repenting. You saying that, okay, I wait a minute. I know it ain't nothing I can do with what is and what is happening, and I'm all for what you're doing, Father. I'm with you in the way you're doing it. I accept what you are doing. But a lot of people thinking, it's we gonna come out of this, or this gonna be this way, and we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna do this. Baby, you're gonna sit down first, because you need to sit down. You need to be set down so you can see all these earthquakes and famine and pestilence. You got to see it all. And that's a time to sit down so you can recognize who you messing with and who he is, his power. That's what's wrong with the world today. They have denied the Most High Yah power since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of time, had no idea the power was sitting up there with him and the word. He's speaking the word and the power bringing it forth. And here today in the year 2024, now one of them understand or know anything about the power that brought everything forth. They don't have no idea. And we in the midnight hour. This is why they deny his power today. They totally denies his power. They don't think his power has the ability to do nothing regarding everything that's going on. It's like, he's nothing and we're something. So that's why I say it ain't coming to put you up. It's coming to set your tail down so you can see the judgment of the Most High Yah. You can see people being tried by the fire, even yourself being tried by the fire. But long as you up, you thinking it's all about, hey, I'm this, I'm this. Wait a minute, set your tail down. And I'm a living witness. And I know that I'm taught from the wilderness. I know that the Ruach is in me. But I am not going to be out here all hyped up like everything is all good, and he coming to do this, and he coming to take me over. Y'all know you'll never hear Sister Deborah telling y'all, oh yeah, I'm going to the promised land. He come to get me. You know why? He going to set my tail down before he do anything so I can see the prophecies at hand. And that's what a lot of people don't want to see. They don't want, and they figure, well, if I don't listen to it, I don't hear it, I don't need it, don't bother me. Oh, baby, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. Just when it comes, you're going to be bam. Because you thinking you escaping something is only going to happen to certain people. Sister Deborah don't play that. I am not exempt. Being tried by the fire, would you say every day? I'm serious. It ain't gonna kill you. Not if you accept it. He just wants you to know, Chad, because the world don't even think they don't think he even exists. Because now you get a lot of our people turning away from the God of the kingdom that sits on the throne, the Father, the Creator. They've turned, I don't know, a lot of y'all don't know that. They can turn totally away from him. Totally. It ain't like they had him no way. Because you can't turn from him once he's turned to you. It's no way. So they didn't have him no way. So they about right. But yeah, they need to sit their tails down and see what's actually taking place. But they on these devil platform battling one another, looking for a great white hope, looking for, and you know what? This is something else I said today when I was talking to the Most High about my daughter, and I was talking. And I said, it's a sad thing, Father, that the experience that I have, people will listen to the Europeans before they listen to me. Oh, yes, they do. I can sit here and teach, but a European can come in the scene, not on the page, but they'll listen to whatever the European says. They will believe them with no doubt. But the Father said this is how they have always been. They always needed another God. So don't feel out of place, Deborah. They were like that with me from the kingdom. They always feel that they needed somebody greater than me. That shows you that they are a nation of people that's really sick. Because who could be greater than me? Who part that sea for your tail? Who brought you out of Egypt? See, they don't remember that. They can't grip back that their forefathers got left in the wilderness. Josh brought the children to the promised land. They don't see none of that he done done. Today, these people don't see none of that, especially Judah. Judah could care less. They on here gang banging in the name of the Most High Yah. Do y'all know that? They on here gang banging in the name of the Most High Yah. Tingling their ears. Uh-huh. It's a sad thing that it's like that, but it is what it is. Oh, a lot of them getting that. A lot of them getting that. You are so right. The pyramid, oh, a whole lot of them getting it. And guess what else they getting? They getting the eye right in the middle of it. Yes. Oh, you said it. There it is. And the eye on her neck. Okay. See? Do you know that that's the reality of what they doing? That's what Judah is actually doing. The Europeans doing it too. Mhm. That's another God. That's going back to what I was saying. And what I believe is he's allowing them to do things, and he's acting right now with the fire and with the judgment. Judgment is already on the earth. But what I believe he's also doing is he's letting them do whatever they want to do. And then when that time comes, they're gonna realize who they stand for and whose side they really on. Because one thing I used to tell, I told all my children, don't go get tattoos. Don't put none of that on. Only one went did it was my oldest daughter, Rebellion, and put my name right on her back. And you know what I told her? I said, you put that there so whenever you pass away, I can identify you. How you like me now? I sure did. I ain't no shame in my game. You put my name there so I can identify you when they find you. You don't do stuff like that. You see the rebellion? And a lot of people thinking that everybody have their life, they should live their lives, and leave them alone and let them do what they want to do. I like to know, why is it the world is taking on that mindset that parents are the enemy of their children? Where along did that go? So how was you supposed to train them up the way that they should go? I don't get it. But going back to that training up, I know that's the way of righteous. I don't care how you train them up in this day and time. They're turning into who they are. Are they the serpent seed or are they the spiritual seed? It ain't nothing, a lot of it don't have nothing to do with nobody but the choices that they make. And this is what I have learned, y'all. when they make bad choices, they always look for somebody to put the bad fault on. And I noticed that. It's this one lady, she got to be like 40, 45, and she got a whole podcast talking about all the things her mother did that causes her to make all the bad choices. And I said, why would a woman or even a man entertain her? And you look there and you see all these subscribers and all these lights, all this loving what she's saying. And everything she said in her life was because of her mother. Now, watch this here. She never had friends, even to today. When she go to work and she go places and she make friends, she never keep them. Oh, that's her mother's fault. She can't keep a man. Oh, but that's my mother's fault. Everything in her life is her mother's fault. I don't even know how to go into the store and go shopping. And she's 40 some years old with kids and everything. Can't do nothing because my mother did this. And you listen to the things that her mother did. You say, what do that have to do with you? It's finding a reason to escape the bad choices you made in life. There is no repentance in the kingdom for you because you ain't owned them on the earth. How are you going to stand before the kingdom? You made bad choices. And instead of saying, I made bad choices and I did this. Oh, let me find out who I can blame. Oh, I can blame it on that mama. Now, this is the part, the reason why I can stand very, 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 very tall in regards to that, real tall. Sister Deborah was always about her kids. My kids cannot say I beat them, I molested them, I had alcohol, I had drugs. They can't say nothing. Oh, but I was enrolled in this and I was enrolled in this. My mama 10 this, my mama 10 that, my mama was here, mama. Now you got old enough and now you couldn't tell nobody the lies but yourself. I gave up my life for my children. Supported everything that they've done. They don't have nothing. But I will not say they're any different than others. Like this lady sitting on this stand, she's the one that breathed other females and other males to believe. Now, how is your mother going to be a narcissist? And now you 23 years old. How did you get to be okay? But yes, she was a narcissist. That's another thing they put on the mothers, a narcissist. And then you hear these Europeans coming up with all these different programs about if you came up in the house with a narcissist mother. I'm like saying every reason to escape their way and their errors and their sin and their wicked. What's the way to escape it, y'all? What's the best way to escape it? Anybody knows? Yep, they sure will listen to them. Yes, share that dream. That's good. That is really good. That is really good. A snake. Oh, wow. On one hand, a rose on another. And you know what? Older people are getting tattoos too. Just crazy. They all have a place to prepare for me. Praise the Most High Yah. I hear you. That's good. That's good. baby mama told her to. Oh, wow. What was the dream? To somebody who chose not to be a mama. No, you didn't. Yeah. Hallelujah to the woman who chose not to be a mother. Well, I remember I was bragging when I was staying in Atlanta, Georgia. I was bragging because I was hearing all kind of complaints from all kind of mothers, and y'all, I had a lot of sympathy for them too because these women were sincere about the way that their daughters and sons were treating them. And everywhere I go, I don't care where I go, you heard it. A mother, and then you all of a sudden get two or three mothers standing there saying, and mine said this to me, and mine did this to me. And I'm like, oh boy, everywhere you go, it's people talking about uh, 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 their children and what their children did and what their children said, and that's what, but I never would have thought that it could have happened to me in a million years. I wouldn't have never thought it, but it did. Wait a minute, my mom who never get a tattoo. Wait a minute, never getting a tattoo. My mom would never get a tattoo. Your mama got a tattoo? I thought that was somebody else. Oh, it was in your dream. Okay. So what you saying that got to be just talking about we in the last days, huh? Oh, okay. When you were saying what you were saying earlier, okay. I try to look back and think that if I could, if I could go back and change some things or change something, would I go back if I had an opportunity? Would I or could I or would I go back to change when it come down to raising my children? I would say not one thing. I would do it all over again. And when it come down to raising my children, I would do it all over the again the way that I did it. Mhm. I sure would. I don't think I would take away anything from the way that I raised uh, those six children. Nothing. And And even when I'm saying that, because people need so bad to erase the errors in which they have done in time past. The only way they can do that is to look to put the blame on someone else. Yep. Yep. I wouldn't go back to it. Wasn't nothing I would do. I would change. It wouldn't have helped, because what a lot of people do, this is where you know, really, you say, I wish I knew more spirit and truth back then. It wouldn't have helped to raise the children. It wouldn't have helped, because what this is where you know that many people, 99.9, don't believe heavens already know who's who and what's what. Okay. And the reason why he knew it, he knew who was who and what was what. Children can be one way with us, but in the eyes of Yah, they ain't as innocent and great to Yah as they are to you. So no matter how great they are and how perfect they are to you, you're the flesh. These are the ways that the flesh sees one great and perfect. Okay? Right, exactly. It's already written. And in it, Yeshua came down and he began to explain that the sword is coming to bring division. Why would the sword wants to come to bring division? Because heaven put the division in the kingdom. See, that's why I was saying a lot of us role play on the earth. And the truth be told, Yah didn't measure the earth according to the earth, according to the flesh. He measured it from the kingdom. So then Yeshua pull up again and say, you say that I come to bring peace? And I'm like, okay. No, I come to bring division, to separate 5 in the household, 3 and 2 and 2 and 3. When I listen to that, I stay close to what Yah said. You see, in spite of anything. Mine, 6 children. If you stayed with Sister Deborah 20 years, you say they're the best children in the whole wide world. Everybody always told me that. Even now, everybody think my kids are the best kids on the earth. I mean, people that knows them. You see what I'm saying? But see, I'm mother. I'm not going to put that skeptical on them. You see? Do my kids do stuff to me the way these people out here do? No. Do they respect me? Yes. But I'm not going to put a shield on them, because they can treat me one way and treat my father in the kingdom another. So when they not right with my father in the kingdom, they ain't fully right with me. So I ain't going to give them that type of glory. Okay? So I myself would say I knew spirit and truth and went on to try to teach my my children spirit and truth. It doesn't matter, because we can't give them what Yah ain't gave them. You get what I'm saying? We can give them the best that we know how, but we can't give them something Yah didn't give them. Just give them the best that you know how. And what best is that? You be the best that you know how to them as a mother. That's all you can ask for. That's all you can. But if I'm over here and they treat me good and doing me, that don't mean nothing to me, baby. How do you serve my Yah? How do you feel about the Most High Yah? See, you can love my flesh, but do you know the Most High Yah? Do you love the Most High Yah? Every last one of them will tell you yes. See, that's what I base mine on. because the kingdom already done told us. And then he turned around and had Yeshua to tell us. And then the disciples told us. And I'm like saying, wait a minute. What was a family for then? You see, it was going back to Genesis. Man and woman meet the will of the Father. That's why he created woman as a help to meet the will, to with man, to meet the will of the Father, bring life to the earth. Okay. My mother raised 5 children only with the help of the Lord. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. And working hard. One of my brothers blamed our mother. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was just telling someone. It doesn't matter how much spirit of truth you know. It don't matter. It don't care how your struggle is. It don't care how they know mama done this, did. It don't matter. But a lot of people have told me, and I already see that. I can see that too. I can definitely see it. Someone told me that it'll come a day when they'll say, when yeah, mama always said, and yeah, mama this, yeah, But a lot of time that's too late. And blame our mother because our infidelity, daddy banded his family. But you know what? You might say that, and he's what, 61 years old. But you know what? You might say that. But if you and I can go somewhere and we can do a survey, okay, and we can go say we go to 10 states and we talk to melanated men about their mother, most of them going to tell you they never saw their daddy and it's mama's fault. Daddy abandoned us or daddy left us, but it's mama's fault. You see what I'm saying? He don't have to do a thing for them. He don't have to feed them. He don't have to take care of them, but it's mama's fault. He never came to see you. You see, that's why I was just saying it's a horrible thing to really grip the reality of today of what Yeshua came saying about the sword coming to bring the division in a man's house. And then Yeshua pulled up again as to say that if you think I come to bring peace in a family, I didn't. I won't deny that. I will not deny that. Even though if you spent 20 years with me and my children, you said, girl, you got the best kids. I won't deny that because I would still stick with what Yeshua said the 4 times he made that statement, because that's how many verses I got. How the division in the family. I would not say it's just all perfect and all good and dandy. No, I can't say that. My children are me. They're the better part of me. In awe of them because they picked up where I left off. And no, they're not perfect. They are another side of who I am. Oh, okay. They're another side of who you are. What'd you say? Did you say another side of who I am? Okay. I hear you. That's good. That's how I did too. I gave them the best. I make sure I was in activities, like gymnastics and track and sports. I was right there. I was the only one there. Just imagine having a dad in the house. Never showed up. Parents, teacher, school, sports, nothing. Ever, ever, ever. Ooh-wee. But he get the crown. I don't think I would have changed nothing I did in the way that I brought up my children. Nothing. Because like I said, I was in Atlanta. I was just like, I don't know what's wrong with these mothers. They crazy. These kids, I don't know what's wrong with them and their kids. I would say the same. But then as time go on, mine got older. No, ma'am. I understand what they say. I understood it now. Because the reality. Yep. So I, Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you all in the live chat. Anybody have another final question or have another question? Like I said, I appreciate each and every last one of you all. I cannot see myself taking those 7 hours in that basement. I got to start doing something, y'all. I can't be doing that. See, them days are over. Those days are over. Oh, guess what, y'all? I got an interview tomorrow. I have an interview tomorrow for a job. I have an interview for a job tomorrow. Trying to figure out if I should take it. I think my only thing tomorrow, I'm going to put another $5 on it because it's really worth more than five. I'm worth more than $5 more, but I'm gonna put that out there and let them know that we can cancel the interview because I feel that it should be this amount per hour. I'm gonna put it out there. If you don't take it, then so long. That's how I've always been. I make the price myself. My hourly rate. You don't come telling me what you gonna pay me. No, 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 no. This sister always made hers. So when he called and he did that, and I said, you know what? He just don't know. I'm gonna wait till the day of the morning. Call him and let him know I can not accept that payment. And he gonna say, well, what kind? And I'm gonna put it on him. I'm gonna put it on him. All he can say is nay or yay. No, you don't need to know. You got my resume. You don't need to know anything. You don't need to know nothing. Either nay or yay. I still might not take it. But I got an interview tomorrow, and the only reason why I want to do it is because I do want to do something. And if it's I don't know if it's a Jewish facility. I don't think it is. But if it is, I'm not working for them. No, no, I'm not working for them. So, Sister Deborah, what what I really would like to do, y'all probably think I'm crazy. I really would have liked in my life to compete. I have always wanted to compete, weightlifting, kickboxing, something like that. So since I'm a little old hen, I still think I can do it, but I think I just need to, and it's just, I'm battling with just stay going in the gym and bringing everything into muscle so that's just something I want to do. It ain't something about what someone else want me to do or how. It's just the way I feel I want to look. So I'm thinking I need to do something like that. I got things at home, but I need to probably work out, go back to the gym and work out. Just get involved in something. And you know what, you guys, it's nothing out here to really get involved in. It's really nothing else. I don't see nothing else. I don't know why these people that grew up with, they always want you to go on a tour to wine and cheese thing that they have, and always having sending me all that. I'm not into that. I'm not into that. The cheese sound good, but I'm not into wine, y'all. I'm just not into this. This old hen ain't into it. Um, so I'm not into movies. I'm not. I watch a movie or so, but I go and watch a movie and walk out less than 10 to 15 minutes if it's too stupid. It's just I don't know. So I think I'm going to take on this winter to lift weights and tone my body. Something as a young person, I always uh, wanted to compete. I always wanted to compete. Had I stuck with it, I would have been in the Olympics as far as running track. But I decided to have babies. I decide to have babies and be married. And then you, Sister Deborah, look back over her life, and I think things over. They just don't know. They just don't know. I'm telling you, they just don't know. But yeah, so I started to do van life, which I thought that was really be nice to do van life. I just really thought that was really good. But I don't like. I'm just not that type of person to do a lot of driving. And it's like, say, if I get way out to Alaska, then I have to drive all the way back. Oh my goodness, I don't just. Oh, that to me, that's a power of control. I don't like that. I know that sounds crazy. I don't like nothing that's going to cause me to feel that I'm being controlled. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, yeah, kickboxing is really neat. It's really good. It's a good feeling. Taiwan is good. Oh, yep. When you get bored around the house, you think, oh, okay. I see where your sentence. Okay. Yeah, and that's a lot of times that's what people really be needing, somebody to partner with them. And I heard that it's and a lot of women are doing that, because my oldest daughter found her. She found, and I didn't even know nothing like this exists. She found um, a group that she joined of a bunch of women, melanated women, and you all, the things that they do are so nice, so nice. All the women has degrees. All of them in the group have a degree, even the young ones. And you got doctors, you got lawyers, you got a judge, you got 3 or 4 judge that's in that group, but it's a group of them like 30 something. I mean, and they support each other in any and everything. Family activities with the children, they support everything. This group that she joined, and she joined it about 3 years ago, and she still like it. My oldest sister was telling me that she joined the group, and that was like 8 years ago, where a bunch of women get together and they go on different tours, and they go different places. And she like that wine thing that I was telling you all about. So there are. I told my daughter, said, "Mama, did you know that all of them? It's a lot of them. Just look up one and join one." She was like, "Did you know that it's a lot of them for every age?" And I said, "No, I did not know that exists." She said, "Yes," and my older sister did too. So they joined. They did that years ago. But I'm just still saying, yeah. You say to do what you feel is best for you and live well. I don't think none of us was in our right mind. Don't look back. Yeah, I retired a year ago, but I did early retirement. I ain't thinking about it. I don't care what nobody say. I ain't waiting until I'm dead to retire. No. Oh yeah. Volleyball is, oh, that's good too. See, I played all of that. Basketball, softball. The team I played on was the untouchable. And we were good. I even thought about that, getting on the softball team. I was thinking about that this past season, and I said, maybe after I do this workout and everything, maybe I get back into a softball next year. Good night. Yeah, I did the 440 relay and the 220. Hmm. But yeah, just getting involved in, and I think that's one of the things we make a mistake in, especially after we have raised our children, and time went on, we just get stuck in nothing. Yep, you're right. Yep, you're right, because that's exactly what I am. That's why I said same way with the children. I got them involved in all of that and couldn't get them to just stick with it. That's just the thing. They never just stick with it. So okay, you guys, appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. And hopefully I'll find something to talk about tomorrow. I had a bad heart, and one day I saw them sitting in the stand. Oh wow. Your parents. Yep, and do something. Yep. Because they fin our world is gonna be our world is turned upside down, whether we knew it or not. Now, you know what? That's what everybody say. Go volunteer and make people laugh and smile. That's what a lot of people say. But to me, more so, the volunteer gets you to also in a way that you're not doing anything for yourselves. It's just like it's just putting you for as body wise, not so much as gaining anything, but for as body wise and mind, mental. And then you begin, because see, my older sister wouldn't retire, and all her friends had retired 4 years before her because she's trying to get it. She worked for the post office. I think she stayed there for 46 years, and they had left it like at 40. So she's trying to get every penny she could possibly get because their retirement is different. And she all of her friends, they all doing volunteer work. But see, that's the expectation of uh, people, and people look for when you retire. But a lot of people don't understand. You first retirement was a time for you to enjoy the rest of your living. Okay. But when you flip it into volunteering, it's almost like you said, now I'm obligated to now do volunteering, to help other people. You see what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. I think volunteer is great. But my sister friend are still volunteering. They liked it. They still doing it. Hmm. So I appreciate each and every last one. Go to the gym and get your body going, especially since, yeah, you're an athletic. You may, oh, somebody wiped their thing off. So, okay, you guys, I say I appreciate you, each and every last one of you. And you all, you know what else? Do a search on grateful and ask yourself, are you grateful? Do your search in Hebrew. Always kick Greek to the curb. Do it in Hebrew and English. And then say to yourself, ask yourself, am I grateful? Am I grateful? Okay. So I, Sister Deborah, said, I appreciate each and every last one of you all, and I'll be back tomorrow. So shalom, and have a pleasant night. All right. Shalom and shalom.